Hey guys, Page Chaser Eric here. Welcome to our June book haul. You guys are incredibly lucky this month. We only get me talking to you about these books. I'm really excited to get into them, but I have a few house cleaning things I gotta get through. Obviously, I'm not cleaning my house very well. Thank you for bearing with me. But last month, I hope you guys enjoyed our Gin Hatmaker giveaway, Fierce, Free, and Full of Fire. It is an amazing read if you haven't gotten there yet. It was a great book of the month. We are flipping the book of the month this month, not really flipping as much as converting into a different format. We don't really have one particular book, although all of the titles I'm about to tell you were narrated by their authors, and that should give you a hint because June is Audio Month! I wish I had big headphones to bump to, but I only use AirPods these days and they're like this big and don't translate too well to the visual medium. I was gonna wear this headphone shirt. It was like a neon headphones. I still have it. I used to wear it to all the like techno themed parties we had growing up in the mid 2000s. What a crazy time that was for fashion, for me especially. Anyways, I was gonna wear this neon headphone shirt to celebrate Audio Month because I love audiobooks. But I put the shirt on and it came down to here, and then I got on the scale, and high school was a different time. You can't get that metabolism back, especially when all you're doing is reading. But I've started running with audiobooks, which is huge for me. I used to just drive around aimlessly. And actually all four of these I'm going to talk to you guys about today. I listen to on audio. It's awesome. The narrator is the author for each of these. And I read a lot of fiction and nonfiction. You guys can see I got Harry Potter and Tolkien up here. Obviously C.S. Lewis. But I always feel like I'm working out like the right side of my brain. I guess that's the creative one. And when I'm doing fiction, I feel like I'm only doing curls with one arm, and eventually I hit real hard back into some nonfiction. So I'm super excited to talk to you guys about Audio Month, June, these fantastic books, and let's start it off. First up, and why I have all this space is because each book title will appear right here because we are still in quarantine, but we're trying to thrive in it. First up, we have the 3 Mile Walk. This will help you thrive in life. It is by banning Liebscher. It's the 3 Mile Walk, the courage you need to live the life God wants for you. And Banning Liebscher founded the Jesus Culture Ministry in Sacramento, California. I think it's also a music label. He's a really cool guy. And this book is really just kind of talking about, let me start from the beginning. I always get caught up with these. But it was, the 3 Mile Walk was named after the biblical story of Jonathan, where he hikes 3 treacherous miles and then he goes straight into battle and is kind of stunned and beholds God's just majesty and what he can do with kind of impossible odds as God kind of takes over this battle. Anyways, he uses that story to kind of emphasize our divine purpose and our mission in life, which for him kind of has 3 main facets, which is courage, holiness, and faith. But he takes a really strong stance on engagement, which I think particularly stung me. I think that's an appropriate word because I find myself not being really fully engaged as I continue this quarantine lockdown life. I'm kind of spreading myself too thin, and having that to approach God's purpose for you in life, and I can certainly feel like I'm sitting on the sidelines sometimes. So that kind of direct engagement really sat with me the most from listening to this one. I highly recommend it. It's incredibly thought-provoking. Banning is intelligent and is not afraid to kind of just discuss kind of the insight that God can have into the journey of your life, and kind of taking that with the title and the story of Jonathan, just like looking at your life as this challenge against these impossible odds to do what God wants you to do and to find that and commit to it and stay engaged. It's really an incredible book, and the Jesus Culture Ministry is amazing. I encourage you to look him up, Banning Liebscher. And definitely pick this one up. It's very cool. Next up, we have All Things Reconsidered. Rethinking what we know helps us know what we believe. From Knox McCoy, the popular author and podcaster. He wrote The Wandering Years, which is just a fantastic, almost compilement of pop culture, and he just, that's what he gets into with his podcast, The Popcast, obviously. It kind of goes into the same vein as Banning Liebscher's book, and it's just kind of analyzing us as a society and where that puts us in our relationships with God. And what separates Knox for me is that he really is not afraid to address the absurd in life and in culture. Whether that's discussing the social hierarchy of Sesame Street and kind of the things that are so baked into our society, into ourselves, that we don't even really notice it. He talks about the cultural allergy that is participation trophies, which, people really harp on us about that, but we just got them. We weren't going to the store and buying them. But as a guy who never won any athletic contests, I was certainly glad to get some kind of trophy. I know it made my dad feel better. Just kidding, Dad. I know you love me for being a reader. But it's just a really fresh and funny insight to help you think about your faith in a different light, and kind of truly in that different light. He just offers you a different perception of pop culture and how that has groomed us to think certain ways, and just kind of the things that are baked into language and the things that we say and how that affects what we believe and how we believe. His first book, The Wandering Years, if you need something before this one comes out, is fantastic. I highly recommend it, and definitely check out his podcast. That is Knox McCoy, All Things Reconsidered. Super excited about this one. Do we have any ugly criers out there? I know that's not a thing you want to readily admit, and a lot of people don't know that they are until their significant other holds up a camera with the screen facing you, and then there your face is crying back at you, and this is what my girlfriend did to me last week when I watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower for the first time. It totally destroyed me, and then I picked up and listened to Don Barton's latest new book, Laughing Through the Ugly Cry and Finding Unstoppable Joy. And I'm definitely an ugly crier. This one, it definitely wasn't targeted towards me. I'm not a woman, and I certainly haven't gone through all the things that Dawn has in her life. This book is incredibly raw and hilarious. Dawn is just an uproariously funny Southern woman. As a Southerner myself, I love that tone and cadence, and there's something so honest about her. She narrates this book just like all the other ones on the audios that I'm talking about for Audio Month. But while this one wasn't directed at me, I was laughing the whole time, and also just kind of dumbfounded at the experiences she has and how she managed to create a successful business through cancer, divorce, rape, death of sibling. I think her husband had substance abuse issues, and she found her way back to Jesus and all of it. I mean, Dawn Barton has a truly incredible story, and the fact that she can be so funny and laugh through this ugly cry is just incredible. I recommend it to any mothers out there, any sisters. I recommended it to both my mom and sisters, so to y'all. And any guys out there who want a fresh perspective on kind of just the darker moments in your life and how to kind of pursue joy and have joy be an unending force in your life. She's just incredible, and I really highly recommend this one, guys. That's Dawn Barton with Laughing Through the Ugly Cry. Definitely add to your TBR or TBL to be listened to. Lastly, we have Dream Big by the Balloon King, Mr. Bob Goff. Everybody give it up for Bob! You guys know how much we love Bob. I'm getting real excited about this one. It's called Dream Big. It's in the same vein as the last three. We're all about self-help this month and fantastic audiobooks. You get Bob's incredibly encouraging, gentle, wonderful balloon-loving voice in your ears as he narrates this book for you. He's a bestseller. Love does. Everybody always. I think the last one we talked about was To Live in Grace and Walk in Love, that wonderful meditational devotional. This book is a little more practical. It comes from his Dream Big workshops, so it's actually kind of like field tested and laid out for you. You learn to define your dreams for yourself. You identify your obstacles, come up with a specific plan, and you develop the tools that help you act on that plan. There's a super helpful PDF that is included with the Audible version that I've been using. I mean, what more can I say about Bob? It's great for this month in the audio version. All these narrators are fantastic, but you know, Bob is in a league of his own. And he's really set on you going back to that dream that has you calling the shots in your own life. And you know, from all 4 of these books, I'm getting pretty amped up on God's dream for me and my dream for life. And you know, these combined will really focus you. And so I've been doing a lot of introspection with these. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts, especially if you listen to the audiobooks like I did. Add all of these to your TBL and your TBR. Please let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. It's audio month. We got a fantastic giveaway coming for you guys. So pay attention to Instagram and our Facebook page. Comment, subscribe. Let us know. We love you guys and we love to hear from you. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next month with a new surprise. You will not have to look at this ugly mug anymore, at this laughing, ugly, crying face. We have a new personality coming. It's very exciting. So I hope you guys miss me. I'm sure you won't, but I will see you soon. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.